Hello, it's Simon here from Confidence Wills, and I'm just about to publish this week's article, which is entitled Leaving Money in Trust for Grandchildren in the UK. We get asked about this, which is called generation skipping, quite a lot as will writers, and I wanted to just go into it now with Christmas approaching and families sort of coming together. At the broadest level, really all a trust describes is essentially the appointment of a group of trustees to look after some things for some beneficiaries, and these two powers are separated. They're two different groups of people. That's really all a trust is. And what some people like to do is, instead of giving money to the next generation, if you like, to their children, they give the money to look after, to these trustees to look after for the generation after that, and that's why it's called generation skipping. Now, the type of trust which might be viewed as most attractive for this sort of activity is probably the discretionary trust. Now, the key characteristic of the discretionary trust is the fact that the trustees have absolute power essentially over the manner in which money or assets are distributed from the trust. So they've got a lot of flexibility, and that comes in very handy for a number of reasons. First of all, where you're potentially leaving money in a trust for a long time, as you certainly would be if you were looking after grandchildren, the trustees need to have a lot of flexibility over how they handle that money and interact with the ultimate beneficiaries. So for instance, let's say one of the grandchildren is getting divorced, the trustees are going to want to act defensively, but similarly perhaps one of the grandchildren wants to buy a house and they might need money released to them, and the trustees have that kind of power as they go along. Also, by giving the trustees absolute discretion as to the manner in which money is paid out, beneficiaries only ever legally have the hope of receiving what's in the trust. And that's important because it means that those assets are usually excluded for the purposes of calculating, for means testing around benefits, or for calculating liabilities, perhaps in bankruptcy or divorce. I've gone into a little bit of detail on the article about the taxation of these things. I don't want to do this on the video, but I do strongly advise that you seek out advice if you're considering one of these. It's certainly not something you want to try and undertake on your own. If you want to get in touch with us and just have a chat without obligation, that's fine. Just go to www.confidencewills.co.uk and book a consultation. Or you're welcome, of course, to subscribe to this channel or have a look at the blogs to find out more. Take care.